So good day everyone. So continue with our video from where we stopped. So yesterday we were talking about how to analyze a B+ setup, and I said today we'll be diving into how to analyze an A+ setup, and that is my goal. I want to show you how to analyze an A+ setup, so you're able to do that by yourself when you spot or when you see it. You're able to do that. So for instance, now if you want to spot an A+ setup, I advisably you make use of the 4 hours time frame. So let me say this is a 4 hour time frame. Let me just call this a 4 hours time frame. So we want to spot a A+ setup from 4 hour time frame. I want to trade at least two trade from an A+ setup. Okay, 4 hours time frame, 4 hours, H4. Now let's say these are H4 market, 4 hours time frame. So once to spot our B+ setup, loss is an uptrend. As usual. I told you in our previous videos that the opposite of an uptrend is a downtrend. I make sure I taught you that the opposite of an uptrend is a downtrend. Everything there is same. If you see an inducement, any kind of inducement that happens in the 4 hours time frame, any kind of inducement that happens in the uptrend can still happen in the downtrend, though the name may change, but it still happens. So let's say we're having an uptrend. The market is giving us an uptrend. Let's say an uptrend. So I'm just using a 4 hours time frame where we get the market to be doing something so quite funny. You just see the market so very clear, but it is not really clear. The market may be acting so really clear, as if it's very clear, but we all know that the market is now actually clear. On the 4 hours time frame, when you see market so clear like this, be like, I wish the lower time frame also be clear like this. But one thing I want you to understand is that the higher time frame are clear, but the lower time frame will not be clear as the higher time frame. So the faster you understand that, the better for us. Understand? Let me take out this. I want you to take out this here. So we've got it. So let's take out those, so it gets more space in doing what you want to do. So seeing this trade, I want to give us let me say an engineered liquidity. The market coming, tapping to our origin. So now that's our uptrend market. So about 50% in mark our 50% zone. 50% zone of our other block. 50%, we mark it out. Mark my 50%. Now 50% of my other block. I will mark my 50% of my other block. So now this is where it's now. Let me spot out my little confluences. Like, so you understand what I'm doing here. So here it's my inducement, also like a liquidity zone inducement. Yeah, it's my sweep of liquidity. This is the market sweep liquidity. So the upside, sweep of liquidity, sweep of liquidity, sweep of liquidity. I have my break of structure. My break of structure, which is this. My break of structure, which is this. Yeah, so we have all we need to have here. We have all we need to have. I have my break of structure. Yeah, I have my 50% zone. I have my inducement. It represents my sweep is here. My break of structure. Markets push. Give me an engineer liquidity or inducement. Went back up. Came and retest my zone. Retest my other block. Yeah, so now I'm waiting for the market to push upward to clear this zone. Now this is what a B+ setup will definitely. This is what I want you to understand by B+ setup. Let me show you what I'm saying. So now we know that the market definitely should come and take profits out here. You understand? To take profit out here, isn't it? But this is an higher time frame. As I'm saying, it's a 4 hours time frame. For it to get a setup, for the setup to take profit from our points here, to this point, it can take days. When I mean days, it will take days. Even for this setup, the whole of this setup to form like this A+ setup to form, it will take you days. And when I mean days of patience, you have to patiently wait till this setup form. And when this setup form, you now be waiting again to take profits, and it will take days. So before this take trade to hit TP, since you know the market will hit TP here, so one of the things we position for is an A+ setup. So now it said an A+ setup is a setup that always have an origin. Why a B+ setup is a setup that now have an origin, you just move with the direction of the market or with the trend. So now this is what they showed them. This is the origin of this market, of the A+ setup. This is the origin. So we want to understand that the markets will not clear any market will not clear, it will not clear below this origin. The only thing we'll be looking for is the position to hit this TP. So this should be how the market will look like. So the market will look like something like this. Permits me something like this. Trading is kind of funny and sweet at the same time. So the market will look like something like this. So now the market will look like something like this. So now market look like something like this. Tap into our origin. That is our origin. Then it will give us an MSS. Now we have a change of character here, signifying that signifying this market you are seeing has shifted structure. I want you to understand, giving us an MSS. That this market we are seeing has shifted structure. This market we are seeing here has shifted structure, which is the market has changed structure, is pulling upward. So this is our change of character, our MSS. So we've gotten our MSS. So one of the things to position again, until we've gotten our MSS, one of the things we'll see is our other block will be here. So our other block will be here. Our other block will be here. Understand? Our other block will be here. So let's say we get our inducements. Let's say we get our inducement, our double. We get our inducements. Let's say still. Also we get our engineered liquidity. We get our engineered liquidity. Market comes tapping here, tapping to our 50% zone. Then we'll be taking profit. Understand? We'll be taking profit. Taking our profit here. Understand? We're taking our profits here. I want you to understand that. Taking our profits here, isn't it? This is where we're taking our profits from. So the market from this point hits TP, push. This is our first setup. Inside our our A+ setup, we've gotten our first setup, which is this. We've gotten our first setup, which has hit TP already. See, just fix hit TP. That's hit TP already. Our 50% zone, I want to mark what we are risking. So the trade hits TP already, and we have our first A+ setup. I said A+ setup is a setup that we are trading it with we trade with an origin. It has an origin. There's somewhere you could say, okay, this is where the market is moving from. So we have our first setup. So now we've not still cleared this. We are yet to clear our buy side liquidity, which is this. So we just got one setup. This is our A+ setup. We just still got one setup. So we're looking for maybe another setup to hit to clear this our zone. So this will happen. You see the market will now push. The market will now do something like this again. Now we have a break of structure to the upside. You see we have a break of structure to the upside. Then the market will come. Market will come again, give us something like this, give us something like this. draw something like this. Just trying all I could to make sure we understand this concept of A+Setup. So when you see them while back testing, you could pause them out. You could say, okay, it's an A+Setup, and this is why it's an A+Setup. It's a B+Setup, and this is why it's a B+Setup. I hope I'm making myself so very, very clear for everybody to be able to understand what I'm saying. So we have this here. So we feel the market to clear. So what the market to clear is our buy side. What market to clear is our buy side. Our buy side. And market to clear our buy side liquidity. So we have a break here. We have a break of structure to the upside here. We have our origin again. We have our order block. We spot our order block here. Yes, we spot our order block here. Spot our order block here. Spot order block here. The market comes in, tap, and gives us a push to the upside. Boof. So it cleared our liquidity. It cleared our buy side liquidity. But inside this setup, inside this A+Setup, see that we could bring out two setups, isn't it? Two good setups. So let's continue. See this point. This point is now our type what? Our type 2 inducement. Type 2 inducement was present. Let me mark our 50% zone for order block, which is this. The market, I said, due to my own confluence, anybody, you could choose your own confluence. You could choose, okay, I'm taking my trade from favor lookup. I'm taking, some people say, taking my trade from order block. Any confluence that suits you do them. Any confluence that suits you do them. As far as you're becoming, as far as the goal is profitability, any confluence that suits you do them. So you place your risk to reward, and boom, you go. So now in one setup, in just one setup, or in an A+Setup, you could get at least 1 to 2 or to like 3 setups. In just, if you could spot an A+Setup, you could get 1 or 2 setups. So for us in this, we got 2 setups. These are origin. I said an A+Setup is a setup that always comes with an origin. So these are origin. We have our origin here. So when the market clears liquidity from the 4 hours time frame, then it taps into our origin. Then you move to your lower time frame. You look for your MSS. Before MSS, you spot out your valid break of stock. You spot out your unmitigated order block. You get your liquidity for this trade. Our liquidity is this. Our liquidity is this for this trade. Our liquidity is this. This is our liquidity zone, and I call it an engineered liquidity. It's an engineered liquidity. Engineered liquidity. As you see this, an engineered liquidity. You see, we have our engineered liquidity present. Then the market comes, tap into the other block of our first setups, move upward, gives us full TP. Then again, we have a break of structure. We have a break of structure to the upside. We have our other block unmitigated. We have our inducement present, and our inducement was and type 1, type 2 inducement. These are type 2 inducements. The market comes, taps into our in point of interest 50% of our point of interest. Then boom, it moves upward. So this is just how to for you to spot out A+ setup. So while we are backtesting, I'll make sure to use this as an example. I'll make sure to spot. I will try my possible best to show you how to spot out A+ setup using a live chart. But for now, I want us to make use of this diagram to just understand how to spot out an A+ setup. So we say bye for now. Have a wonderful day. I remain OloFX. Don't forget that, and profitability is the goal. Thank you.